Hello, my name is Nipul Shah, and today I'm going to take the further part of the PT management of ONE. So let's move ahead. Till now we have seen the clinical part and some of the physiotherapy management. So what else can we do in exercise therapy that we will see today? So moving ahead, this slide was displayed last time about terminal knee extension exercise VMO strengthening. VMO is a very important muscle which needs to be strengthened because when the patient becomes less active, then it is very common that we see VMO muscle weakness. And if the VMO muscle is weak, then there are chances that the opposite group of the part, that is the IT band, will be tight, and so there will be maltracking of the patella in the lateral direction. So if that is seen in the patient, then it is necessary to stretch the IT band and strengthen the VMO. And posterior capsule stretching, for which we make the patient do retro walking either on the treadmill or on the normal floor. Patella mobilization, taping if there is maltracking, and hip abductor muscle strengthening. So this was about the patella mobilization, body weight exercises such as squats and lunges. This is the terminal knee extension exercise which is done on the bolster. VMO gets activated in this, as well as the entire muscle group of the quadriceps gets activated here. This initially can be done without weights, and after a few sessions it can be started with weight cuffs. And in the after few sessions it can be done with hold also. This is the gluteus medius strengthening. The patient is standing with the support and taking the leg outside, that is hip abduction movement is done with support, and this can be done with or without the TheraBand, that depends. And the same thing can be done in the sideline position also. And in standing while taking support, as shown in the picture, the patient can do hip flexion and extension without moving the upper trunk. That means he doesn't have to bend the upper trunk while doing the hip flexion or extension exercises. Like I said, this is a hip abductor muscle strengthening in the sideline position, and the same thing can be done in the supine line also, that is in the gravity elimination plane. This is the anti-gravity plane, so for this is done in the later stages. Initially it is done like that is the hip abduction is done in the supine position, which will be easier for the patients. This is another strengthening exercises which is shown. Hip and knee, the patient is in sideline and the hip and knee are slightly flexed. The theraband is tight, and the patient does abduction. This will again activate the hip abductor muscles. The other thing which we can make him do is side walking. This is the pillow press exercise. The patient is in supine position with the knee bent, that is a crook line position, and the pillow is kept in between the two knees, and we have to ask the patient to press it. And the same thing can be done in high sitting position as shown in the picture. These are the various exercises. The first one is the extension exercise of the hip with support. Then the second is squat with abduction, but this is not done in the elderly population. If the patient is young enough and if he has got the early age osteoarthritis, then this can be attempted. That is the second exercise on the right hand side. The third is the squatting, which is done by the patient with support, and the fourth is the toe raises, which he is doing. Next are the few exercises which are shown. You can see in the first one the knee flexion extension is done by sitting in the chair. The second is the hamstring stretch, but we need to be careful while if the patient is doing this, the patient needs to be careful. So better to give hamstring stretch passively, that is by the therapist. It is given in the supine position. The third is the leg flexors, that is he's just sitting, the patient is just sitting in the long sitting position and then bending and extending the knees. This can be done in supine line also, that is known as knee slide exercise. In the prone position, the patient can extend the hip to strengthen the gluteus maximus. Then sit to stand can be done as shown in the picture. And leg lift, that is the last picture, that is the one which we just saw in the last to last slide. That is for hip abductors strengthening in the sideline position. That is very important exercise, that is leg lift in the sideline position, because it is anti-gravity position, it will strengthen more, it is more challenging for the patient, but it is very important to properly align the body. If the pelvis drops behind when the patient abducts the hip, then it is of no use. So we have to make sure that the pelvis doesn't drop behind and the entire body is aligned properly before starting that exercise. This is single leg standing. The single leg standing can be done on the patient. This can be done with support of the therapist, and in the later stages it can be done without support. This is for balance, can be used in osteoarthritis cases. This is the hamstring stretching, self stretching, which is done by the patient. Retro walking, like I said, it helps in stretching the hamstrings muscle. It helps in stretching the posterior capsule, and it reduces the adduction movement at the knee, which in turn helps in osteoarthritis cases. And so retro walking can be done at home or in the or on the floor or on the treadmill also, as shown. It has various advantages, and it has when we do forward walking and when we do retro walking, different group of muscles are activated, and it has been proved that retro walking is good enough for OA cases. These are the balance and proprioception exercises as shown in the picture. Can be done with caution, and in the later stages of OA, once the pain subsides or pain reduces. Which are the deformities which we see in the chronic OA patients? You can see the genu varum deformity or the bow legs as shown in the picture. This is very common in the chronic stages only. If the patient is in acute or subacute stage, we cannot see this. And when the patient comes to you with this position, then obviously we have to educate him, and we have to tell him that total knee replacement is the only option for him, because in this stage the pain will be more, pain will be at its peak, and the ADL will be restricted, the gait will be affected, and the muscles must be affected surrounding the knee joint. We can strengthen the muscle, but and we can give the symptomatic relief by using modalities and strengthening of the knee muscles, but that will not give him permanent relief. So when the patient is coming in this position, in this condition of genu varum or bow legs, then the surgical management is opted. This is the fixed flexion deformity, which is shown in the picture. Again, surgical management is the only option if it is fixed. But if it is only the flexion deformity, then we have to advise him not to keep the pillow beneath the knee while sleeping, because many people feel relaxed when they keep a pillow beneath the knee. So the patients tend to use that, and we have to advise that if they keep the pillow beneath the knee, then knee will go in the bent position forever. So if the fixed flexion deformity is not there, and if there is a mild flexion contracture at the knee, which is not yet deformed permanently, then we have to give VMO exercise in standing position with the TheraBand, and ask the patient to extend against the TheraBand. That will help. But if it is fixed, then the surgical management is the only option. This is the Baker's cyst. As you can see, it is the Baker's cyst, which is also known as the popliteal cyst, which is present in the popliteal fossa, and the patient complains of pain. And again, we can do just two things, that is ultrasound and ice packs can be given in this condition if the patient is having Baker's cyst. And again, Baker's cyst is seen in chronic OA stages, not in the acute or subacute stages. If the chronic OA it has reached, and if the conservative management is not followed properly by the patient, then Baker's cyst happens in the late stages. So that's all. This all exercises needs to be followed regularly, and the therapist can modify obviously as per the condition of the patient, but the patient should not stop it. He has to be advised that he has to do the exercises at least 5 times in a week, once in a day, and till he leaves, because if the rate of degeneration progresses, then the TKR will be the ultimate option. So in order to prolong the TKR, or in order to stop or reduce the rate of degeneration, uh, the exercises is the first line of treatment which can be done in osteoarthritis of knee cases. Thank you.